Good evening. Right, so welcome to the next lesson on our wonderful guide of the baby goat nursery. This will be a quick video on how to supercarrier out. So let's start off with showing a few of the ticks. You can see these are kind of all over the place. Lots of entries, lots of newts today, so it's been pretty horrendous. These are the usual types of ticks to get, so 130, 95, 91. This is pretty average and without any ESS, etc. in the system providing any bonuses. So first off, we'll run through basic setup. Have a pause. If you don't have a pause and you don't want one, you shouldn't really be supercarrying. They are completely invaluable, and I cannot stress the importance of having one. Next up will be your shortcut keys, because these are super important. So I'm going to show you where to find toggle target. Okay, so you can see I've got mine set to 1 and 2, which lets me toggle through targets very quickly. Very important for this as well. Next we'll run through a couple of implants. I have not brought the proper implant today because I'm a scrub, which is fair. As you can see, those aren't really useful at all, but I've got the warp speed one. You want to have this and preferably an ascendancy set for the extra 15%. You do not need to have high grades, they are not worth it. Mid grades are plenty fine, and don't use slot 6 because this uses the same one and it provides a bigger bonus anyway than the 33% bonus it gives. Why do we want to have more warp speed? Because the biggest part of VRADing is warping from site to site, which we will now cover. So as you can see on here, 3.5 AU warp speed with the implant set are probably around sort of 4.25. So there's obviously room to improve there with just that. 3 hyperspatial tech 2s, 1 low here. 4 drone damage amplifiers, not really needed, but whatever. You definitely need to have the Fed Navy tracking links and sentient scanner boosters with scan rate scripts and tracking speed scripts. A hardener, an extender just for quality of life. There's nothing really of any use else to put in here, so may as well go for max damage. Not that you get anything extra, I think the 6 is 1%, so it's irrelevant. And this is probably the most important module, although this is the wrong one, it should be a pit A type, but we'll fix that at some point in the future. So, we'll run through why hyperspatial fit. Hyperspatial fits are safer than tank fits, and anyone that says otherwise has never actually ratted or hunted a supercarrier in their life. Hyperspatial supercarriers are hard to catch because they move from site to site very quickly, and therefore have more time to align back out or to right-click and jump to a sino. The less time they spend travelling, the more time they have aligned out, so your window of opportunity is considerably less. General tips: always align back to your safe pos, and do not put your bookmark, like I have done, for the video's purposes, on the stick. Always put it above, like where this wonderful little shuttle is. The reason for that is you don't want to land on this and bump off it and get knocked out like an idiot. That would be very unfortunate. The micro warp drive, being a pit A type, is important because when you overheat this for 1 cycle, you can instantly align out to the next anomaly. Realistically, you don't even use it in emergencies, but it does reduce your 32-second line time down to about 12 with 1 cycle overheat, which is very tasty. These 2 scripts here, just as they are with the speed scripts in, allow you to 3-shot any battleship, which is very nice with having a single heavy fighter on each. Other general things, not much else to it really, apart from just get on with it. Next I'm going to show you a short clip of how to use bombing fighters, which I will run through very briefly, and then I will show a sped up video of me riding for a little bit, just so you can get a feel for how I deal with it. Keep in mind they were not the most efficient ticks in the world, because I was doing the video at the same time, but they are still up there in the 92 to 98 million ticks. That is of course after, cut tax and all the other rubbish. But with an ESS you get an extra 10%, so it's definitely worth having that if you can keep your space secure, then you're going to rat for long enough. Personally, I'd rather gouge my eyes out with a rusty spoon.